Hi everyone, my name is Shawn in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. Today is my birthday, November 3rd, which also happens to be election day. Why is my birthday on election day? Oh my gosh. Anyways, today's either going to be a great birthday or a really depressing birthday, depending on what happens with the election. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let's get on to the video today. That's a little more fun, I think, hopefully. Today I'll be doing the birthday book tag. I love books and it's my birthday, so I just thought I'd combine the two things together. So let's get into this. Oh, I should probably tell you the tag creator because I always forget to do that in videos. The tag creator is Antonio Always Books, and the tag was originally posted on aminoapps.com. First question is birthday cake, which I'm not having this year because I'm not currently eating solid food. I love being chronically ill and anxious. It really makes life fun, you know, it'll make today fun. A book with a plot that seems cliche but you adored it anyway. So I don't really read books with cliche plots, so I had to think about this a lot, and the only book I could think of that has somewhat of a cliche thing is The Sun Is Also a Star. And the reason it's cliche is because I feel like love at first sight is sort of cliche. Does anyone else agree with that? I don't know. I mean, it's not a cliche story because it's very original, but like the idea of love at first sight, I guess, is cliche. I don't know. Just if I like read a description of a book and it's cliche, I'm like, I ain't gonna read that book. So I normally don't read cliche books, but I guess love at first sight might be considered cliche. I don't know. I love The Sun Is Also a Star. It's one of my favorite books, but I guess it's slightly cliche. I don't know. The next prompt is party guest, your most anticipated book release for this year. So my birthday is in November, which means that the rest of November and December count for this year. But there's not really any new books that I'm looking forward to for the rest of this year, so I'm just gonna say some that are coming out next year that I'm really looking forward to. So Payback, the third book in the Vale Hall series, coming out next year. I'm super excited for that. I love the Vale Hall series. So the Vale Hall series is about a school for scam artists. It's a young adult series. It's really amazing, really good. Highly recommend it to everyone. It's by Kristen Simmons. And the final book is coming out next year, and I'm really sad that the series is ending, but I'm really excited to see what happens in the final book. And then the other book that I'm really looking forward to that's coming out next year is The Desolations of Devil's Acre by Ransom Riggs, the sixth and final book in the Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children series. I'm so sad that this series is ending. The series is so amazing. It's about kids with peculiarities or superpowers. It has some historical elements to it, some creepy photos, a little bit of romance. It is just amazing. Next up is Birthday Presents, a book that surprised you with how much you loved it. I've talked about this book a lot on my channel so far, and I will continue talking about that, and that is Twilight. I thought I would hate it. I honestly thought I would hate it because I avoided it for years. I avoided it like it was the plague, and then I finally read it and I really liked it and I was really surprised by it. I still have to read the rest of the series, and I'm hoping to read at least the second book by the end of the year, but I don't know. I've been reading books really slowly. In all of October, I've only read one book. I read The Wren, and it took me ages to finish that book because I started it back in August when I was in the hospital, but I guess that makes sense because I was in the hospital. But it still took me forever to read that book, so I don't know if I'll be able to finish New Moon this year because it's rather chunky and I have 2 books that I need to finish reading before I start on New Moon. The next prompt is happy birthday song. Whenever people sing happy birthday on my birthday, like, I know that it's the standard thing that everybody does, but it's just so awkward. It's always awkward. Like, I'd rather people not sing happy birthday on birthdays because it's awkward. You know what I mean? Anyways, the prompt that goes with happy birthday song is a book that certainly deserved all the hype it got. For this, I'm going with the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins. Everyone knows the Hunger Games. I feel like most people like it. It is so amazing, so good. I highly recommend it to everyone if you have not read it already, but if you haven't read it already, have you been living in a hole? The Hunger Games is just spectacular. It's so well written. The characters are so well developed and so likable. Like, I obsessed over these characters for years, and I did Hunger Games role playing because I was so obsessed with the characters. And then the settings and the arenas are so well developed, and there's like powerful messages of resistance and rebellion in there. The next prompt is happy music, a book with some very beautiful and truly memorable quotes. The only one I can think of for this, because most of the time I don't remember quotes, but the only one I can think of this is the Harry Potter series by The Turf That Shall Not Be Named. The Harry Potter series is the only series that I like remember some of the quotes and that I like think about the quotes a lot. It has some good quotes in all 8 of the books. Yes, I said all 8. I will not back down from my love of Cursed Child. The second to last prompt is Getting Older, a book that you read a long time ago but you think you would appreciate it more if you read it as a more mature reader. There's only one that I can think of for this, and that's TTYL, the first book in the Internet Girl series. Well, probably the whole Internet Girl series if I'm being honest, but I mean, I don't want to support that author anymore either because she did something really bad recently. But there is some topics in that series that 5th grade me should not have been reading, and I wouldn't say I would appreciate it more, but I would say I'm at an age where it would be appropriate to read that. You know, the Internet Girl series was the only series that I read that I was like, I should not have read that when I read it. So that's one that I probably would understand more, I'll say, at this age. Oh my gosh, did I even say how old I'm turning? I'm turning 20. Just every year after November 3rd, just take the year and then get rid of the first 2 numbers and then you get my age. And if it's before November 3rd, just do that same thing but -1 from it. Life hack for if you're trying to figure out how old I am, but I feel like nobody even cares. I mean, I don't think I have many friends that are my age. Yeah. Age is just a number when you're making friends, okay? I mean, it matters in relationships, but like with making friends, it doesn't matter. You can be friends with anyone. Okay, and now on to the final prompt, which is Sweet Birthday Memories, a book that kept you incredibly happy during a sad or demanding period of your life. For this, I'm choosing the Article 5 series by Kristen Simmons. I am a huge Kristen Simmons fan, as you can tell, because 2 of these prompts I'm answering with her books. When I read that series, I was having some really tough things happening in my life. When I read the first book, I didn't know anything about it, and I just dived into it, and it really helped me keep motivated to keep fighting against my depression, and it really cheered me up. And I read it when I was in my last term at the school that I had a lot of issues at, and maybe I'll get the courage to talk about that school in a future video. I don't know, but basically I was at a school that was really stressful and intense, and there was a lot of pressure on the kids at the school there, and the other kids weren't nice. And I picked up Article 5 and read it during that time, and it gave me the motivation to keep fighting my battle and to keep pushing through with school. And the main character especially brought me so much joy and encouragement and inspiration. And then when I read the second 2 books in the series, it was when I first got POTS. It was when I got misdiagnosed with the eating disorder and I was in the eating disorder program. That's when I started reading the second book in the series. And again, the main character brought me so much joy and so much motivation. And with the third book, it just continued after I got out of the eating disorder program, because I was reading the third book throughout the summer. And that series really just brought me so much joy and so much escape and so much hope for my future. So I'll forever be grateful for that series and that Kristen Simmons wrote that amazing and powerful series. So that is really all for today's video. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to me if you haven't already. Instead of wishing me happy birthday this year, instead of like typing out a long message or whatever, I challenge all of you to instead post something on your social media about how today is the last day to vote, and encourage everyone you know to vote. This could mean having talks with your parents to see if they voted already, having talks with your aunts or your friends that are over 18. This could mean simply posting on social media, and that could be any social media platform, just the one where you know you're going to reach the most people that are eligible to vote. Just voting is extremely important, and this is a very important election. This election will determine a lot of things for us. We have LGBTQ+ rights on the line. We have women's rights on the line. We have human rights on the line, because the current administration is doing a crap job of handling everything, especially the COVID crisis. We have a lot on the line, so please, 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 please encourage everyone you know to vote. Make sure that everyone you know that is eligible has voted. Now is not the time to sit on your couch and binge Netflix. Now is the time to get out there and vote. Again, today is the last day to vote. I know that a lot of people have voted, but we gotta keep encouraging people to vote. Let's push the last undecided and lazy people. Let's push them to the polls. Anyways, let's hope that we get a good president. Okay, I'll see all of you in the next video, and probably I won't be as political in my next video, so sorry about today's video. But yeah, peace out.